Hey, welcome you guys to 3 ways to improve your triathlon swim time. If you don't know me, my name is Brent Major and I'm a swimming instructor here in Edmonton, Canada. And today I wanted to give you guys 3 ways that you can improve your triathlon swimming time. And what I wanted to sort of bring out for you guys is how just some things that you can think about when you're practicing for a triathlon and how to get yourself more confident in an open water situation and what sort of things you should focus on improving if you want to be a competitive triathlete and do a good job competing in events like these. I hope you like the 3 reasons why, and I want you to go and try them out. Try them out and let me know what you got out of them and what sort of things you're noticing when you try these exercises that I'm about to give you. Let's dive into the video now, and let's talk about those 3 reasons or 3 ways that you can improve your swimming. Okay, reason number 1 that you are struggling to reduce your triathlon swimming time, you don't know how to breathe. Breathing. Okay, if you want to be able to compete in a triathlon and do it effectively, what you need to do is learn how to get proper breath control in your front crawl. A lot of people are holding their breath while they're swimming. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. They kind of hold their breath, and then when it's time for them to breathe and turn to the side and take a breath, they have their lungs full with air. That's just not the right way to do things. What you need to do rather is go breath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Breathe. What you want to be doing is exhaling the entire time while you're doing your stroke. And turn to the side to breathe when you're out of air. You don't want to be holding your breath the entire time because, like any physical activity, you're going to put yourself out of breath. This method of breath control is what you call rhythmic breathing. People don't do this. People rather just hold their breath and then they hop in the water and they paddle, or they swim, and then they wonder why they're out of breath after, say, 2 laps. It's because of this. They're holding their breath and not making swimming a relaxing activity where they can kind of breathe freely and not like have to worry about kind of quickly grabbing a breath above the water when their lungs are still filled with air. It's stressful. Can you really expect yourself to struggle in the water if you're holding your breath in this manner? Absolutely not. Okay, so that's thing number 1 I want you to try to do. Work on your breath control and work on implementing this sort of rhythmic breathing where you're exhaling the entire time while you're swimming. With every stroke, exhaling and controlling your breath so that you're not allowing yourself to lose, so that you don't have to kind of catch your breath after each lap. Because if you can master this, you'll be able to do long periods of distance, and that's what's going to build the confidence for you to compete in something like a triathlon, like an Olympic triathlon, or even maybe an Ironman. You need to have a breath control system in place to keep yourself from being out of breath. Okay, way to improve your swimming, number 2. Your swimming is not balanced. What do I mean by that? Well, it's simple. Your center of gravity is not being controlled in such a way to allow yourself to be a good swimmer. In terms of like a beginner swimmer, what this usually means is that if this is you swimming, okay, excuse the really abstract drawing I have here, you're putting your center of gravity here in your butt. because you're doing things like lifting your head up so that you want to see where you're going, okay? Or what you're doing is you're kind of pulling your chest back slightly when you're in the water, and it causes the center of gravity of your body to be here, causing the overall position of your body to kind of sit back so that you're dragging your legs through the water rather than gliding along the top. This is something that a lot of people won't truly understand until they start to put two and two together. What I would challenge you to do is to go to the pool next time you're practicing your swimming and just simply tilt your shoulders forward and try to push your face closer to the bottom of the pool and look straight down at the bottom of the pool deck. And don't look forward where you're going. And what's going to happen is your entire center of the entire center of gravity of your body is going to move here where we want it to be. It's going to be where it's supposed to be, and it's going to make you make your body exert less drag in the water, and you're going to be gliding along at a speed that's a lot, like it's going to really be something that you can notice. I'd say that probably 80% of the students that I get have this sort of problem with their stroke, and they don't even realize it because they haven't really focused on it. It's always the arms and it's always the legs. It could never be something as simple as your body position, could it? Okay, give this a try and try to tilt the center of gravity of your body from your butt, kind of your hip area, up towards your chest. Try to put your chest further down in the water. And let me know how that improves your stroke. I think you're going to notice a lot of improvements in your efficiency, and things are just going to be a lot easier for you. All right, the final thing number 3 I want you to try and implement into your swimming is stop making swimming so hard on yourself. What do I mean? I mean that there's certain things that you're doing with your swimming right now that make it difficult for you. I know you are because you're here watching this video, and there's something you know that you could improve with your swimming. What that is, you may not know right now, but what I can tell you is right now you are making things very difficult for yourself in the pool, and I would kind of challenge you to sort of focus on a few things that you might be doing subconsciously, and try to notice what these things are. For example, lots of swimmers that I have get really tense in the shoulders. They don't really notice that they do it, but when they swim, they're very rigid and things are very difficult. They're making it difficult by getting tense. Every time you stiffen your body up, you make it harder for your body to float because you're kind of stiffening everything up and everything's getting kind of tighter and more stiff, and it just doesn't float as well because you're making things more dense. Instead, I want you to focus on relaxing your body and focus on trying to make your stroke a bit more graceful and a bit easier and more zen-like. Think efficiency, don't think so much power. A lot of people have a tendency to, when they're struggling with something, make it more difficult and really put a lot more effort into it, and that's not at all what you want to do in the water. Swimming should be fun, swimming should be easy, and swimming should be graceful. It shouldn't be difficult, and if there is something difficult about doing a couple laps in the water, then you're missing something, and it's probably because you're making things too difficult on yourself, whether that's going to breathe, getting stiff there. With your kick, you're really getting tight in the knee when you shouldn't be. Things should kind of just flutter. There's a reason it's called a flutter kick, not a stiff kick, whatever. So what I challenge you to do is next time you go to the pool, keep these two kind of questions in mind and try to focus on coming up with some of the answers as to why you're making swimming so difficult for yourself. How can I make what I'm doing more graceful? Okay, so the answers to this could be, maybe you don't splash every time you put your hand back in the water. Maybe you relax your shoulders and allow things to become really easy for you rather than this really tight, kind of stiff and forced kind of technique that you've been doing for so many years. We can just let that go and make things easy on ourselves and make it graceful. Question number 2, how can I slow down my stroke? This is a really interesting one because a lot of people can't do this. A good swimmer should be able to take his stroke and make it a snail's pace. Why? Because they have the body position and all of the pieces there. So therefore they can move the speed and taper the speed to whatever kind of rate they want to swim at, because the technique is there. A lot of people can swim, but they don't necessarily have the technique right. So when you slow it down, these guys begin to sink and they can't do it slowly. By slowing down your stroke, you're going to force yourself to re-examine some of these kind of underlying techniques that you're using to get yourself across the pool. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little video I had for you. And what I wanted to quickly let you know about is I wrote a brand new free report. It's called Why You Suck at Swimming. And I wrote it specifically for beginner triathletes who are looking to get into the field and improve their swimming. And I've compiled just kind of a list of things that you can think about and try to improve with your swimming so that you can become a guy who's more prepared to swim in a triathlon. And you can download that right below. If you want, you can sign up for my free newsletter with it too. I put out kind of new tips and videos every week to answer some of the questions that you guys have as a community. So if you have any questions as well, leave it on the blog or on any of the videos, and I'll get back to you probably within a few hours, few days, whatever. Also, if you liked sort of what I had to offer, check us out on YouTube or join our Facebook group. And like I said, I got new blog posts and videos sort of every week that you can check out on the blog. Okay, and that's again swimmingfearless.com. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in on our community and on some of our group chats. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again later. Peace.